Welcome to the DKD's Yashwantrao Chauhan Polytechnic in Salkarji. In this series of video lecture, we are going to study the subject management, which is for 5th semester of DY Mechanical Engineering. Myself, Professor B. A. Tare. Then let's begin. This is lecture number 1. In this lecture, we see the overview of management subject. Under this lecture, we go through the following points. First is importance of this subject or course, second examination scheme, third theory components, and fourth course outcome. The first point is importance of this subject or course. In the engineering sector, diploma mechanical engineer play the role of supervisor in the industry. So it is important for the student to learn this subject for enhancing their managerial skills, leadership quality, their employability, and for future growth in the industry. Second point is examination scheme. This subject has end semester exam, which is online examination, and questions are asked of MCQ type. The end semester exam is of 70 marks and 28 marks minimum required for passing this subject. It has also progressive assessment of 30 marks and which is divided into 20 marks and 10 marks, in which 20 marks is the average of two tests taken during semester and 10 marks for micro project assessment. So the total marks for this subject is 100. Third point is theory components. This subject has 5 topics. We can see the titles are: first topic is introduction to management concept and managerial skills. Second topic is planning and organizing at supervisory level. Third topic is directing and controlling at supervisory level. Fourth topic is safety management, and the last topic is legislative act. Each topic contains many subtopics. In next slides we can see those subtopics. The topic number 1 is introduction to management concepts and managerial skills, which is of 14 marks. In this topic we are going to cover the subtopics like what is management and its role in the industry, importance of the management and its characteristics and principles, functions of management like planning activities, organizing different resources like men and machines, etc., leading or directing the staff and worker in the industry. What are the different types of planning methods like tactical, operational, and strategic planning, and what are the different steps in the planning? We can also see the types of organization, like steps in organizing. What are the functional areas of management and what is meant by managerial skills? Second topic is planning and organizing at supervisory level, which is of 14 marks. Before starting any work or activity, we should plan and organize different resources required for carry out the work or activity. For example, in mechanical workshop, if we want to machine some component, first we do planning like time required for machining, which is first operation, which is second operation, and so on. In organizing phase, we see what are the different physical resources required to machine the component, for example, machine, mains, etc. So this topic is mainly concentrated on the activity of supervisor in planning and organizing to carry out particular activity in the industry. This topic is divided into two parts. The part 1 cover the planning phase and part 2 cover the organizing phase. In part 1, planning at supervisor level, we are going to see subtopics like planning by supervisor, planning activities, detailing and following of each step, prescribing standard forms for various activities, budgeting for materials and manpower. The second part of this topic is organizing at supervisor level. In this part, we are going to see points like organizing the physical resources like men and machines, what are the human and job needs to carry out activity, allotment of tasks to individuals and establishing relationship among persons working in a group. The topic number third is directing and controlling at supervisor level, which is of 14 marks. This topic is divided into two parts. First part is directing phase and second part is controlling phase. Directing is the process in which supervisor give the instructions and give the guidance to the people working under him, and also controlling the performance of each individuals to done the work in the best way. The part first, directing at supervisor level, contains the needs of directions and instructions to subordinates, completeness and feasibilities of instructions, personal counseling, advanced predictions of possible mistakes, elaborating decisions, laying disciplinary standards in overall working. In part 2, controlling at supervisor level, in this part we are going to see managerial control, understanding team and link between various departments in respect of process and quality standards, steps in control process, various controlling methods, control over the performance in respect to quality and quantity of production, time and cost, measuring performance, comparing with standards, correcting unfavorable deviations. Topic number 4 is safety management, which is of 14 marks. Many workers working in the industry, and because of small mistakes of anyone, which can create accidents or major disaster in the industry. So in this topic we will discuss all about industrial accidents and safety management. In this topic we will cover the need of safety management, general safety norms in the industry, and how we can prevent the accidents. What is meant by accidents, type of industrial accident like fire hazards and causes of the accidents. What is meant by fire drill, what are the safety procedures to avoid accidents and work permit. The topic number 5 is legislative act. The legislative means is the body who can make the laws, for example Supreme Court, central government, etc. The laws is important for the employee, employer and industry. There are mainly two laws, employment laws and industrial act. Always there is a clashes between higher authority and the worker on the issue of salary, allowances and other facilities. To avoid this, government had made laws for sorting this issue. That laws is called as employment law or labor law. Also there is a law for the industry called as industrial act, and industry should follow that act. For example, industry do not discharge wastage water to the river without making treatment on it. So in this topic we are going to study the necessity of acts, important definitions and main provisions in the acts. What is meant by industrial acts? Indian Factory Act, Industrial Dispute Act, Workman Compensation Act and Minimum Wages Act. The last point of this lecture is course outcomes. The course outcomes means after studying this management subject, the student will able to do the following things. First is use basic management principles to execute daily activities. Second, use principles of planning and organizing for accomplishments of tasks. Third, use principles of directing and controlling for implementing the plans. Fourth, apply principles of safety management in all activities. And the last outcome is understand various provisions of industrial acts. This is end of the lecture. Thank you.